Once upon a time in the misty hills of the Meghalayas, there lived a giant named Ramhah. He was so tall that his head touched the clouds and his feet shook the earth with every step. Ramhah was a powerful giant, his muscles rippling with strength. The animals feared him, but the people welcomed him, for despite his towering size, he had the heart of a man. Ramhah believed that deep down, he was human. He spent his days walking among the people, sharing meals, helping the poor, and protecting the weak. The villagers loved him for his kindness and strength. Children would play at his feet without fear, and Ramhah would laugh, his booming voice echoing through the valleys. Everywhere he went, people praised him, calling him the protector of the land. But with each word of praise, something began to change in Ramhah. Slowly, pride crept into his heart. He started believing that he was invincible, above the people he once helped. He became selfish and arrogant, forgetting the kindness that made him beloved. The villagers who once adored him began to distance themselves. Why don't they cheer for me anymore? Ramhah wondered, anger bubbling in his chest. The giant's gentle heart was now clouded by his growing pride. Soon, even the children avoided him. Ramhah's anger grew, and he lashed out. He began destroying the crops, trampling fields and stealing livestock. With his enormous basket slung over his shoulder, he would walk into the village market and take whatever he pleased. Meat, vegetables, anything he could carry. The more the villagers scolded him, the more destructive he became. The village, once full of laughter, now lived in fear of Ramhah's wrath. The people knew that as long as Ramhah lived, there would be no peace. The villagers organized a meeting among them, trying to figure out what to do. Among them was a rich lady. The only way to save our village is to get rid of him, she declared.
What is the name of this lady?
Plan forming in her mind. The rich lady organized a grand feast, inviting not only her village, but all the neighboring ones. There was music, dancing, and the smell of delicious food filled the air. Everyone was there, except Ramhah. When he heard of the feast, he was furious. How dare they celebrate without me? He bellowed, shaking the trees as he stomped toward the party. When Ramhah arrived, the music stopped, and everyone stared at him, knowing he had come to cause trouble. But the rich lady smiled and welcomed him with open arms. She invited him to sit and join the feast. Ramhah, with greed in his eyes, devoured everything placed in front of him. But little did he know the rich lady had prepared a special meal just for him. Hidden within the food were sharp pieces of glass, iron, and nails. Ramhah ate and ate, laughing loudly, thinking he was outsmarting them by finishing all the food. When the feast was over, Ramhah left with his basket full of stolen goods. But as he walked away, something felt wrong. A sharp pain stabbed through his stomach. He paused, his hand clutching his belly. What is happening? Ramhah thought, his steps slowing as the pain intensified. The sharp objects inside him began to tear through his body. The more Ramhah moved, the more the pain worsened. His steps became heavy, and his strength began to fade. Finally, with a loud crash, the giant fell to the ground, his basket spilling across the earth. Ramhah writhed in agony, the once mighty giant brought low by his own greed. In his final moments, he remembered the days when he had been kind, when the people loved him. But it was too late. Ramhah, the giant who could reach the clouds, was no more. The next morning, the villagers discovered Ramhah's body. Some cheered, finally free from the terror he had caused. But others stood in silence, remembering the gentle giant he once was. In the end, the villagers buried Ramhah with his giant basket, which still stands to this day as a reminder of his fall. And so, the legend of Ramhah lives on, a tale of how pride can turn even the kindest hearts into stone. True greatness is not in strength or size, but in the kindness we show to others. When we let pride take root, we risk losing what makes us human. Thank you for watching.
Okay. For me, guys, now I believe this. I really believe this. When my friend was telling me, like at the first time when I was in Shillong, I didn't believe. But now I really believe. This is real. This is real story, guys. I'm pretty sure this is real. How many people will agree with me? This is real. Because even me, I saw the stone of Ramhah when I was passing through, when I was going to Saura, Chirapanja, guys. This is really true story. And if you go to Meghalaya, you will find this. And this is really also having a lot of moral story to teach us. Like this guy said, guys, like let's not let the like when people start to appreciate, to love you, don't feel yourself. Like avoid the pride, the egos. This is what always kill the love, guys, because when you start feeling yourself that you are unique, you're special, no matter who you are, one day people can go against you. And this is what happened to Ramhah. And I also remember Jesse Lindo song. There is one song of her by the title Ramhah. So this song is sung for this guy because I was shocked when I reacted to that song. I even asked people that who is Ramhah. They said similar story that he was a giant Khasi man. So that was really great, guys. I can't believe that. Just I can't imagine what if Ramhah was still alive. Then the Khasi people will still have a very great protector. But you just have to understand that in this world, people, as long as people love you, it doesn't mean that they will not go against you. So all you should keep is that you should avoid your pride. People were so good to Ramhah, though he looked so different from the way that the normal human being looks, because they said he was so giant and even the animal fear him. Oh my god, that is so crazy, right? Yeah, but at the end, they just poison him. They just kill him with the less effort, with no any fight and required of effort. So this is really informative. I will keep. There is so many a lot of story like these, guys, for all the Northeast. I will keep reacting, and at the same time I want also to learn about the Khasi or the Northeast story, guys. We African also do have our own kind of story similar to this, whereby our ancestors believe on it because they keep telling us. But in the modern world now, the new generation, when you tell them such stories, some of them will believe and some will not believe this because it might not make sense to them. Like it's okay, but I believe such stories were also true once upon a time. So thank you so much. Love from Africa, and see you next episode.